Hello friends, welcome here. My name is Oceana. I'm glad that you clicked on this video. I'm going to be sharing all of the anticipated releases that I have for 2025. There's Christian fiction, secular fiction, romance, young adult, all the things. It's kind of a mix. So I'm just going to go by month from basically February to August. I don't have any January anticipated releases. I used to have one, but it got knocked off the list. So yeah, I'm just going to start from February and then move on, and I will be reading some synopsis in this video because actually for some of these I haven't even read what the synopsis is, so I'm going to be discovering it with you, so that's exciting. I'm going to list all of the books down below with the month and the release date that they have. I'm getting this information from Goodreads, so things might change, but as of now it's probably set in stone because it's like we're already in 2025. So yeah, also happy new year, you guys. I know you've seen a couple videos from me already. Thank you for being on my channel, and let's get started. So very excited. Some of these have such good covers, so I really hope that they sound good as well. So yeah, I will just let you know, January 7th is when Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams was coming out or is out. And that was one of my anticipated releases, but I saw a review saying that it was like kind of the most spicy of all of her books so far. So that was a really big letdown for me. I'm disappointed that she is writing spice in her books now because I really love her writing style, but I just can't read her spice. So I don't know if I'll read that book, but it's not anticipated anymore, so that's taking off the list. So the first book on my list is coming out February 1st, and it's called An Overdue Match by Sarah Monzon. So this author, I read one of her Christmas books last year and I liked it fine. I think I gave it 3 stars though. Like, it was kind of boring, I have to say. But this book, the cover just totally sucked me in, and I want to give it a try. It's contemporary Christian romance, and that's my favorite genre, so I want to give these authors a try. It's just, I guess I have high standards and I get bored easily, so I'm looking for really high quality romance and good dialogue and not dumb communication and not like immature characters. So I really hope that this book doesn't have that. But let's look at the synopsis. I will let you know as well, I did request this from the publisher, so I will be getting an advanced copy to read on NetGalley, and then I think I'm getting a physical copy as well. So again, really hope that I like it. I was taking a chance on this book, but it's just because it's like such right up my alley, you know? So anyways, so the synopsis says, if the covers of every romance book ever published hadn't convinced librarian Evangeline Kelly that she isn't heroine material, her fiancé calling off their wedding when she lost her hair to alopecia did. That's so sad. What is alopecia? I don't know. But what's a girl head over heels for love to do when her feelings are unrequited? Matchmake, that's what. Armed with library patrons' checkout history, she's determined to make at least one love connection, even if it's not her own. Okay, see, it sounds cute. Okay, and then next, tattoo artist Ty Davis is used to people judging him with a single glance, so it doesn't surprise him when the town's new quirky librarian does the same thing and believes his bad boy reputation without giving him a chance. He can't help but be intrigued by her though, so when he discovers Evangeline's secret matchmaking scheme, he's not above striking a bargain with her. She just has to agree to one date with him every time she uses his hometown knowledge to set up librarian patrons on a romantic rendezvous. The deal is made, but in the process they both might learn you can't judge a book or each other by the cover. Okay, that sounds so good. Okay, it's bookish, it's cute. Like, see, I have to know. Okay, so February 1st, so I'll know pretty soon here. I should be getting the NetGalley link pretty soon, and then I will read it, and I really hope that I like it. So yeah, that is my first anticipated release. Okay, next, I'm so anticipating this. I really hope that I like it. Okay, it's Uneasy Street by Becky Wade. Becky Wade. I just love her. I love her. She's just kind of like, we have so much history together now. Like, I love her. And I really love the covers of this series. So this is the 3rd book to the Sons of Scandal series. It's a companion series, and this follows the 3rd brother, and I'm so excited about it. So here we go. It comes out February 14th. This is what it's about. Once upon a time, Max and Sloane were close friends and business partners, but when their business relationship imploded, so did the friendship. Now, 4 years later, Max is Max is a rich CEO. Sloane's a not-so-rich etiquette expert who returns to Maine to serve as her niece's temporary guardian and help the girl search for her birth father. Sloane and her niece move into a darling garage apartment, but Sloane's joy in their accommodations soon turns to horror when she realizes their apartment belongs to Max. Thanks to an unbreakable lease, she's stuck living right next door to him. Max pulled strings to bring Sloane into his orbit because he needs closure on what went wrong between them. Quickly, though, his scheming comes back to bite him. The world might view him as a cold-hearted rake, but this one woman has dangerous power over his emotions. They'll have no choice but to confront their history and the undeniable spark between them while living side by side on Uneasy Street. It sounds great. It sounds so great. Second chance romance, okay? And maybe a bit of like enemies to lovers, okay? Which we'll see. We'll see. So this whole series has been 4 stars for me so far. So I hope that this is a 5-star, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm still very excited about it. Go Becky Wade. She's self-publishing this, so it'll be on Kindle Unlimited, but you can also pre-order it. I think you can pre-order the ebook. I don't think you can pre-order the physical book yet, but anyways, I'm for sure getting this book. So excited about it. It's Becky Wade. Yes. Okay, that's it for February. So yeah, I'm telling you, slim pickings, but you guys, I am picky. Okay, these anticipated releases are what I think is actually going to be good. So here we go. Okay, so next is March 18th. There's 2 books coming out in March that I'm really excited about. Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins is the next one. And I actually haven't read what it's about. I know that it's Haymitch's story, so it is a prequel to The Hunger Games, just like The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes was. But I don't know why. I guess just like Haymitch is one of like a beloved character from the original trilogy, so to have his own book is really exciting. I don't think I need to read what this is about, but Haymitch is from District 12. He is one of the picks of the Reaping, and he ends up winning the Hunger Games, and we're gonna see how he does that, and it's gonna be traumatic because yeah, he becomes an alcoholic after because he's so traumatized. Okay, but next, you guys, is Break My Fall by Lynn H. Blackburn, coming out March 18th as well. I've pre-ordered this book. I'm so excited about it. So let's read what it's about. Dr. Meredith Quinn always planned to return to Gossamer Falls to practice dentistry. Now that she's back home, she's made it a point to offer clinics to children and adults in nearby underserved areas. Unfortunately, those same areas are known to harbor drug traffickers, and Police Chief Grayson Ward suspects that local law enforcement is looking the other way. After too many losses, Grayson has closed off his heart, but when Meredith enters his life, his walls crumble and he's left exposed and vulnerable. To keep her alive, he must keep her close, but that makes it impossible for him to retreat and rebuild. Will she be the one who finally helps him emerge from isolation, or will this force of nature leave him shattered? Okay, so we know Meredith Quinn already from the first book, and I love her character. The Quinns, I love the character. And then we do know Grayson as well also. So can't wait to see their love story. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So very excited about that, and I love the cover. Okay, we've got 3 books coming out April 1st. April is stuffed. April's gonna be a great reading month. So April 1st. Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This book, I have not read the description of this book because I don't want to know. No spoilers, okay? I've already pre-ordered it. It's coming. I'm very excited about it. It's the 3rd book to the Powerless trilogy, and we need to see that Kai and Peyton get there happily ever after. So I cannot wait for this book. Very, very excited. Cover is gorgeous. Can't wait to read it. April 1st, okay? But there's 2 other books coming out April 1st, and one of them is 2 Seconds Too Late by Dani Pettrey, which is the sequel to One Wrong Move. Oh, One Wrong Move. Sequel is 2 Seconds Too Late. Oops. We're good. Didn't break. Okay. Let's settle down a little bit, okay? That's so funny. Okay. So there's another Grayson character. It must be the year of Grayson. Okay, here we go. So this is the description of 2 Seconds Too Late, which is the sequel. Okay. In the stark but beautiful wilds of northern New Mexico, a luxury spa and couples retreat turns into a chilling nightmare when a woman vanishes without a trace, just hours after a public fight with her boyfriend. Worried something sinister has happened, her friends reach out to investigator Riley McLeod, an expert skip tracer, for help. The assignment means going undercover at the retreat, which means pairing up with private investigator Grayson Chadwick. Their partnership ignites a tumultuous mix of attraction and distrust as Riley's unorthodox methods clash with Grayson's meticulous approach. I'm gonna leave it at that. Very sad about that. But yeah, Grayson, another Grayson character. I really liked One Wrong Move. I loved the introduction of the characters. Riley McLeod was introduced already, and I forget if Grayson was. I don't recognize that character, but it's been like over a year since I've read One Wrong Move, so maybe I should reread it before this book, but I don't know. Either way, definitely anticipating it. I feel like this is Dani Pettrey's like comeback, because I thought One Wrong Move was really solid by her, so very excited about this one for sure. Plan to read it when I can. Okay, this is a long description. Next one is April 1st as well, and it says, okay, the title is First Love, Second Draft by Becca Kinzer. Oh, I'm really anticipating this because loved her Dear Henry, Love Edith book. Was fine, liked just fine the Love in Tandem book. So this is her newest one, contemporary romance. I really hope I like it. Here we go. This is what it says. She's a romance writer burned out on love. He's her famous baseball star ex-husband. The last man she wants to be forced to work with is the one who broke her heart. Oh, snap. Okay, rom-com writer Gracie Parker hasn't written a bestseller since she and her husband, a Major League Baseball star, divorced 5 years ago. On thin ice with her publisher and with a looming deadline, Gracie couldn't have picked a worse time for a painful injury that has her flat on her back. At this point, she'd accept help from anybody except her first love and ex-husband, Noah Parker. The baseball season has just ended in massive disappointment for Noah. He's facing the stark reality that he gave up everything for a career that's let him down, and that it might be too late to get back the one person he should have held on to. So when Gracie's nephew calls saying Gracie's looking for a tenant for her next door rental, it feels like it's meant to be. All Gracie cares about is turning in her manuscript on time, which is directly at odds with Noah's attempts to win her back, even if she's slightly charmed by his kindness. But can people ever really change? Then Noah throws a curveball that could give Gracie the extension she needs, but it will mean working directly with Noah, something she's not sure she can face. With no other choice and everything on the line, Gracie must decide if it's too late for a second draft of their own love story. That sounds really good. Okay, it sounds really good. See, this is why I'm excited. I really hope it's good, but it sounds really good. So definitely add that to your list. Okay, next up is April 15th, The Voice We Find by Nicole Deese. This cover, gorgeous. I love this cover. Okay, this is like one of my favorite like pink colors. Love it so much. Okay, I have not read what this is about, so I'm excited to see what this is about. Okay, Sophie Wilder returns home to California with nothing more than a failed Broadway career and a geriatric cat. Nice. Stuck working at the family winery with her egotistical brother and desperate for a way to revive her acting dreams, she takes a side gig as an audiobook narrator with Fog Harbor Books. Okay, that's the connection. So this is technically the third book in a companion series trilogy, I'm not sure. And Fog Harbor Books is like the continuing presence in all three books. But getting mixed up in the life of her reluctant sound engineer was never part of her plans. August Tate is still reeling from taking guardianship of his teen sister. Determined to find a solution to her degenerative hearing loss and to prevent his private recording studio from going under, he agrees to produce audiobooks part-time. When Sophie breathes new life into his creativity and forms an unexpected bond with his sister, rooted in their common faith, he must confront the reasons he turned away from his own. That sounds so good! Yes, Nicole Deese. She just doesn't fail. It's so good. I can't wait for this one. Oh, very excited. Okay, so that's April 15th. Can't wait. We have April 22nd, and it's The Summer of You and Me by Denise Hunter. So the past couple contemporary romance releases from Denise Hunter have been really great. I've given them all like solid 4 stars, like really, really good. And they're just like secular, like there's no faith content, but they're totally clean and like really well written. So this is her latest one that's coming out April 22nd, and it's summer themed, which is exciting. So here is what it says. Maggie Reynolds is finally ready for love again until the past shows up in the form of someone who may or may not be the late husband she thought she'd lost. Interesting. 5 years after her husband's death, Maggie is finally ready to let go of him and the dreams she had for their future. A summer at Seabrook, where she and Ethan first became childhood sweethearts, seems the perfect time and place to find closure. Plus, she gets to spend time with his family, the Reynolds, whom she loves like her own. Unbeknownst to Maggie, her brother-in-law, Josh Reynolds, has been in love with her since they first met all those years ago. But his brother ultimately won Maggie's heart, and Josh's unrequited love has ruined all of his relationships. If Maggie's ready to move on, then Josh is ready to lay it all on the line and come clean about his true feelings for her. Wow. Okay, not what I expected. I'm gonna stop there. That could be good. That definitely intrigues me. And I hope that I like it. And if it comes out in audiobook, because also the audiobooks for all of her contemporary romance are really good, so I'm hoping that that's how I can read it. But interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's on my list. Okay, on to May. There are 2 May releases that I'm really excited about, or we'll see. Okay. So May 20th is The Love Haters by Katherine Center. So I am hesitantly anticipating this. I'm gonna anticipate anything Katherine Center puts out because I've given most of her books 5 stars. I really love her writing style. However, her book from last year, The Rom-Commers, really let me down, and it, like, so The Bodyguard and Hello Stranger are definitely like lighthearted compared to her previous books, but The Rom-Commers felt even more lighthearted than The Bodyguard and Hello Stranger. And if she goes down an even more lighthearted route, I feel like I'm not going to like her books anymore, because why I like her is the depth that she puts into her books, and her books are getting like less and less deep as they get published. So I don't know, like, we'll see how this one goes. This may make or break me for her though, and I'll just like stick with her backlist as my faves and leave it at that. I don't know. But anyways, here's what it's about. I haven't read what it's about yet. Katie Vaughn has been burned by love in the past. Now she may be lighting her career on fire. She has 2 choices: wait to get laid off from her job as a video producer, or at her coworker Cole's request, take a career-making gig profiling Tom Hutchison, a Coast Guard rescue swimmer in Key West. The catch: Katie's not exactly qualified. She can't swim, but fakes it that she can. Okay. Plus, Cole is Hutch's brother, and they don't get along. Next stop, Paradise. But Paradise is messier than it seems, as Katie gets entangled with Hutch, the most scientifically good-looking man she's ever seen, but also a bit of a love hater, along with his colorful Aunt Rue and his rescue Great Dane. She gets trapped in a lie or two. Swim lessons, helicopter flights, conga lines, drinking contests, hurricanes, and stolen kisses ensue, along with chances to tell the truth, to face old fears, and to be truly brave at last. Okay, interesting. Is that gonna be a love triangle then, like between the 2 brothers and her? It didn't really seem like it. Like, Cole is Hutch's brother and they don't get along. I don't know. Okay. I mean, it could be cute, could be fun. Definitely summery. I'm gonna give it a shot, but we'll see. Okay, so May 27th is the next release date, and it's called It's a Love Story by Annabel Monaghan. So this author, man, I loved 2 of her books and then DNF'd 1. So, but I definitely, like, she's on my radar. I definitely want to read this book, and I love her covers. So here we go. It says, in this enemies to lovers romance, school nurse Josie agrees to help her brother's best friend, hockey player Wyatt, recover from his knee injury. Oh, and sail down the intercoastal waterway? What could go wrong? Brother's best friend. I did not know that. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I need to know. Hockey romance, brother's best friend. I think she can do it because her writing is really good and she doesn't put spice in her books, so I really hope that this stays the same there. But yeah. Oh, yeah. See, sounds really good. Very excited. I just messed that up. I read the description for If All Else Fails by Emma St. Clair. Sounds great. Okay, but that's not what It's a Love Story is about. I forgot to get that description correct, so my bad. Here we go. It's a Love Story. Here is what it's about. A novel about a former adolescent TV punchline who has left her awkwardness in the rearview mirror thanks to a fake it till you make it mantra that has her on the cusp of success until she tells a lie that sets her on a crash course with her past, spending a week in Long Island with the last man she thinks might make her believe in love. Rules for a love story, there are none. It's all a lie. Jane Jackson knows that true love is a lie. Laughter is the only truth. You can't fake a belly laugh. Jane should know she spent her adolescence as poor Janie Jakes, the barbecue sauce in her braces punchline on America's 5th favorite sitcom. Now she's a creative executive at Clearwater Studios and she's living by a new mantra, fake it till you make it. Except she may have faked it too far. Desperate to get her first project greenlit, she opened her mouth and a big fat fib fell out. She claimed that Jack Quinlan, hottest pop star of the moment, has promised to write an original song for the soundtrack. Jack may have been her first kiss and greatest source of shame, but she hasn't spoken to him in 20 years. Now Jane must turn to the last man she'd ever want to owe, Dan Finnegan, because Jack is playing a festival in Dan's hometown on Long Island and Dan has an inn. Okay. That could be good, but it also, I don't like the lying part, so we'll see about that. Either way, cute cover. I'm gonna try it. We'll see. So that was my bad. Now what I just read, the Brother's Best Friend hockey book is All Else Fails by Emma St. Clair, which comes out August 5th, which makes more sense because Emma St. Clair writes those tropes like so well, and it's hockey and it's Brother Best Friend, and like this is her first traditionally published book, which is exciting. So yeah, rewind what I just said, and I already read the description. I won't read it again, but if all else fails, definitely anticipating this and looking forward to it, and excited that she got picked up for a traditional publishing gig. Okay, the last book, the last description, or the last release, wow, August 5th, is The Blonde Who Came In From the Cold by Ali Carter. This is a sequel to The Blonde Identity, which I really enjoyed in 2024. So when I saw that there was a sequel, I was like, oh, I for sure want to read this. So the description is really interesting. So here we go. It says 10 years ago, they joined the CIA. 6 years ago, he left the game. 5 years ago, they fell in love. 1 year ago, she ran out into the cold with absolutely no intention of ever coming back. And 2 minutes ago, they woke up bloody and bruised and handcuffed together in the dark. They don't know where they are. They don't know how they got there, and they have absolutely no idea who is after them or what this nameless, faceless villain wants. So exciting. That is a great setup. That makes me want to read this book. So yeah, very excited about that. Okay, those are all of the books that I'm excited about. I'm going to list them all down below. I know I just read a lot of descriptions. Hopefully that was helpful to you if you want to add these to your Goodreads or to your wish list or anything like that. I definitely hope to read all of these books that I just shared with you. I'm either going to get them from the library, NetGalley, or I might just buy them. Well, some of them I've pre-ordered already. So yeah, really excited about all of that. Thank you for watching this video. If I didn't mention a book that you're super excited about, let me know. I definitely did not mention a ton of the books that are coming out. Like there's a lot of books coming out in 2025, but these are the ones that I'm excited about that I plan to read. If I didn't mention one, it means I don't necessarily like intend to read it, or it's not anticipated or whatever. So yeah, okay, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.